Okay. Oh my god. The song, it sounds normal. Well, these headphones do sound different than my old ones, but it's not like kind of uncomfortable. It's like different, so I might have to get used to it for a little bit. Definitely feels more correct. I updated the stats, right? Yeah, I did, okay. Whoa, coming in hot there. What the fuck was that? Scary. This might be a very quiet stream with Silksong coming out, but that's okay. Just playing to play. Oh my god, what was that? That was a very special situation there. Never seen something like that. God. Hello. I don't know when I'll try out Silksong, but I do want to do it. Even though I technically haven't beaten Hollow Knight, but that's only because I got like 96% completion and then stopped playing the game. So I've basically beaten Hollow Knight. Jump when you're on the ground. see. Oh my god, what was that? That was quite the opener. Quite a tone setter. Thanks for good luck, have fun, Bigfoot. Hi, Rizik. Yeah. I will probably not hop on Silksong. Yep. Silksong for a while. Oh, yeah, I should talk about my night session yesterday. It went pretty badly. I got 0 good attempts. But at the same time, I can't be too mad because I only played for 0 minutes and 0 seconds. So, it kind of makes sense I didn't get any good attempts. Seriously speaking, I got a little distracted. And I did not play. I was going to, but I got mad at something, and then I was like, to calm down from my anger, because I don't want to play with Cantata while I'm already mad, I will bake some cookies, and after baking cookies, I got to meet someone new, and I was having a lot of fun talking to them, so I ended up not doing the Cantata session, because I was like, fuck it, human interaction is better than grinding this shit, which is always going to be here. So that is how my night went, and that was why there was no Longhena Cantata session at night for me. It was just, yeah. But to be fair, I did do an extra long session in the afternoon, so it was almost like my brain knew that the night session wasn't gonna happen, or like reflectively knew to play longer that session. Oh shit. That was a misread. That was unfortunate. I thought that was gonna be very different looking than how it was. I mean, yeah. Let's see. What? Stupid. I don't know. There's one to make it like that. I mean, it makes sense, because if, like, the red circle, like, I mean, I'm guessing what it just is like, they thought if the red circle, it's like, if the red and blue circles were RNG here, it would be too hard. I would assume it's just, like, I don't know exactly what it's doing, but I mean, it's a chance that you just made it so, like, every circle was with a predetermined angle instead of being, like, following a certain rotation, because I don't think it's really following an actual pattern. I'm pretty sure it's, like, it just looks random. It also might be that every unique circle is, like, following its own pattern. It's kind of hard to tell. And this one, of course, is, you know, set angle. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, although it changes direction sometimes in kind of weird ways. Oh yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's like imperfections in the circles.
Bro, why?
Stupid. Sometimes I wonder why Al didn't do Schrodinger's cat and Longhena Cantata. Well, to be fair, I think when he was like actually kind of expressing interest in them, he was doing Souls hard mode already, so he was already planning to stop playing fan games. And also Longhena Cantata is stupid. Like, I feel like it would have taken him longer than debut, considering he beat debut very quickly, and like the nature of this fight, he probably would have struggled on this. Mostly because he doesn't have good luck with like despair adjacent things. He always gets a ton of deaths late and stuff, so maybe he just like saw it coming that he was gonna have like 200 final deaths, and he was like, you know, I can't let this happen. Although his final pass rate would be higher than mine. It's weird. I don't know. Man, I can't say for certain the fight is like, you know, actually like difficult. Or like as difficult as I say. Because there really is a very realistic chance that like people way better than Barrage and me will just find it easy. Anyway. Like find final not that hard. But, yeah. I do not know. Doesn't fight him. God. Dickhead. Oh my god, man. I mean, realistically, because he thought it would be too hard if it didn't stay at the same angle. I mean, it's just like a balancing measure, because it's like he makes the attack easier when the green RNG stock comes in, so it's not too overwhelming. I mean, that's really the only reason why you would do that, it's just like to balance the attack. Because I don't think the attack is supposed to be like, it gets harder in the second half. I think it's just supposed to be that it's different in the second half. So I think he wanted both halves to be similar difficulty, so he was going to add a new element to nerf the other part of it to make it easier. And that's the idea behind it. Jesus. Two-frame simulator, not bad. Actually, only one two-frame. The jump kind of far left. I mean, there's plenty of good music too, avoidances. The game's silly, but I mean, there's good makers now. Dude, I can't do this attack today. I mean, it's definitely not a coding issue, because what would there be to code? The walls don't change, they're the same walls as in the first half of the attack. Literally, if he just didn't touch, like, what would he be trying to do with them to make them stop changing angle? Like, if they're not changing at all, why would he add code to them? It's literally, like, impossible for that to be a coding error. It's not like the attack is broken from the start. It breaks specifically when the green comes in. The green bullets, which have nothing to do with the walls, they're completely independent. So he wouldn't, like, yeah, it literally is, like, impossible for it to be a bug. He definitely did it on purpose to balance the attack. I have to remember this game was made in 2014, so at the time Cyber had already made TIS, and TIS is like a pretty normal avoidance game, you know? It's not like he's only making like Black Taisa, you know? He definitely knows how to do shit, he definitely knows what he's doing, he knows how to balance attacks somewhat. He's not the best at it, he makes a lot of really stupid shit, but you know, clearly this game is made with some amount of experience. You know? So at least he knew what he was doing. I really doubt he would do something like that. I mean, obviously it's nonsensical to make that attack have such balance and then make final the way it is. Like, it just actually makes no sense. But I mean, like, in this case, it's like literally just like there's literally nothing that he can do. Like, there's nothing he could have done to cause like a coding issue there. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Yes, this game came out in 2014. Bro. Also, it's like, if you just play enough music too, like, there's plenty of interesting avoidances that are, like, pretty good. There's obviously a lot of stupid shit, and a lot of the stupid shit happens to be really hard because it's stupid, so that's what gets a lot of attention drawn on it. Especially if you're going for perfects, but you know. I'd imagine they balanced the avoidances, so it would be fun for them to play, at least in hit count. So if Cyber noticed, like, this being random angle made it, like, fucking impossible, he probably was going to nerf it, because if he was playtesting the avoidance, he would realize that he literally just can't read the angled walls combined with the green. And then for final, I don't know, maybe he just like overestimated or something, like I don't know what he was doing on final. Well, Cat Final was made by Tokaroten. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Tokaroten was kind of just, I don't know. I mean, he definitely didn't intend you to be consistent at everything in the avoidance. But also remember, the structure of the game is not like, you're not expected to get perfects on shit. I mean, you are for some things, because like to unlock, like for example, long Mikus, you need to do short Mikus perfect. So they did expect some things to be perfected. But realistically, I think Tokaroten made Schrodinger's cat as a joke. And I imagine final is like the peak of the joke for him. So I do think that is like intentionally stupid. I don't think Longhena Cantata is intentionally stupid though. I think Cyber was actually trying to cook and he ended up making some dumb shit. Ended up being harder than Toei KO. Except Toei K didn't exist back then, so he would have been like, it's probably harder than I want to be the TIS. Whoa, that was sketchy. Okay. You knew not to make that RNG, because if that was RNG, it would be actually unreadable. Because the spawners get right next to you. That's pretty easy, but yeah, at least we didn't make any stupid mistakes. I haven't been doing too hot on blue so far this session, so it feels good to pass with even if it's an easy one. Ah, dude, fuck. Man, yeah, okay. Dude, yeah, should've canceled. Oh man, that one hurt because I feel like I was playing really good. Like, dude, my reads were on point, man. I made really smart decisions, but it just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. That was really well played. Like, I made really good decisions on that final. It's just like, yeah, it was just too much. Both that and the thing. Hey Salty, thank you for the good luck. That was a good attempt. Like, that was very well played. Just like, man, it's just so much, dude. Ended with a 10 hit, man. It was no hit to 7,000 and then 10 hit. It just shows how bad it can get from 1 second to the next, man. That was amazingly played though. I'm super happy with that. I did really well. It might be a 10 hit, but I fucking worked for that 10 hit. God, it's shit like that that makes this fight feel like actually just impossible to beat. When it's like, you played that well on final, and it, like, you get a fucking 10 hit. Like, dude, what? What? Like, dude. He must have just, like, stopped caring after he made fucking... Like, I swear it's like he got to a final when he was playtesting, has like turned his brain off. Good lord. Feeling good though. I mean the reads are pretty alright. I mean the blue attack hasn't been so good so far, but you never know. You can always turn it around, you know. A final's a final. We take those for sure. We always appreciate a final attempt. They always feel good. I don't know, man. I am approaching the 100 final mark. It'll probably happen in a few days, once they have some bad days. Then it might take a little longer, but it is really close, which is pretty cool. I don't know. I do not know. I'd love to beat this. Really, just like my number one fear is like the like final is like this whole time is just like destruction state where it's like it's not actually that hard. I just like have like a really specific mental block on it, so like I just can't read it no matter what I do. Like, that would make me quite sad because then this would just not be very impressive. It would just be kind of stupid. Well, it'd be impressive that I stuck with it for this long, I think. But like as an accomplishment, it would definitely feel a little worse if it was just like another destruction state type thing, where it's like I'm the only person who finds it this hard. I should definitely stop thinking about this, but I can't stop thinking about it because, like, I don't know. I just get scared, especially of a barrage game. Like I did beat Splatterfade quickly, so I feel like I'm have some barrage skill. So surely. You know, then I think of all the barrage attacks that I'm terrible at that people don't even find hard. It's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just terrible. It's so funny because it's like, it's literally just not hard for people around my skill level. Like basically anyone can beat that shit in like 2 seconds, and I'm literally the only person, besides like Sayroar, who thinks that game is actually difficult. But for me, like Destruction State is like without a doubt like my second hardest clear. Like I think it's way harder than shit like Replica and CN and Splatterfade, but not many people feel that way. I just think that game was like unimaginably difficult. I do think this is harder than Destruction State though. Bro. When I uploaded my VODs, by the way, most of them like get like the thumbnail that like YouTube auto picks is of the like menu select. But for two random videos, for some reason, instead of being the menu select, it was the actual avoidance. I'm not sure why. Sorry. That was an aggressive sneeze. I just found that kind of interesting that I randomly chose a different one for two thumbnails. Because, like, YouTube thumbnails are somewhat consistent. I think the main thing they look for is, like, faces. So if they see, like, a face in the thumbnail, or in, like, your video, then it'll try to make that the auto thumbnail, because it thinks that it'll be, like, a more recognizable part of the video. Whoops. Thank you. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Fit to the gap. It is crazy Silk Song is out though. Like genuinely, what a it's such a like a joke of like a game just conceptually, just because it's like of just how like much like people just like talked about it without it existing. Well, you know, it existed, but you know, it wasn't playable. Just kind of like, yeah. Dude, that daily Silk Song news guy, that like they genuinely like must be like on a different galaxy right now. Like I haven't checked their channel, but I just know that like that person is like that like their room is probably full of like drinks and snacks, and they're just they're ready. Like I'm like genuinely just so happy for that person. You see, and people didn't believe the Nintendo's like Direct that mentioned Silk Song. Whoops. Because it said like the game was coming out in 2025, and like I think some people like were hyped about that, but I think over time I saw some people kind of doubting if that was true, and then it ended up being true. It did in fact come out in 2025. Wow, wow, that was... Wow, that was terrible. I mean, yeah, I definitely feel like that would make the wait feel longer if you're like sitting there every single day being like, is there something new, is there something new? And you have to like record a video every day? Dude, I that is tenacity right there. Like, that has to feel endless. Like, genuinely, like, that is, like, a daily grind to do that. Even if it doesn't take too long to do a video, because a lot of them are, like, 1 minute, 2 minutes long. Like, obviously, it's like, it doesn't take too long to say there is no news. chat this. Yeah, Silk Song if it was good. Music song. Wait, that's actually a kind of fire name for a fan game. Music song, like. Dude, why? What even hit me, bro? I mean, they probably are. I guess I could look them up. But I have to do it like in between attempts. Got really lucky there on that die. I mean, I'd be happy if literally the thing I was looking forward to the most in my life came out. Well, I don't know if it's the thing they're looking forward to the most in their life, but, you know, they don't have like a days until I get married channel, so. I did see a YouTube channel that was like a guy that was like, they like were gonna have like their wedding in like 120 days. So like they decided they would get a star in Mario 64 every day until their wedding came. I, again, don't know what actually hit me there. I feel like I keep getting hit and I'm not sure what's hitting me because I'm like clipping like the pixel of a bullet. So it just doesn't look like I'm getting hit. Daily Silk Song news, the end, 3 hours ago. Dude. It's crazy. Emergency Silk Song news. What was the day when there was news after like the longest drought ever? It was like months ago on the Nintendo Switch. Daily Silk Song news. Like at the start of the year, wasn't it? Dude. They started collabing with people, dude. Holy shit, this drought is diabolical. Oh my god, where is the day where there's news? Cause I know there's like a day of like a big green yes, that was like the day. Okay, yeah, Silk Song 2025 confirmed, that's 1538. Hi Andrew, yeah, this is Milk Song. So good luck. It seems like people like the game, which is good. I mean, realistically, it's like, obviously with like the way it came out, it's like, I imagine some people are gonna be disappointed by it because it's not like, I imagine some people are gonna see, oh, it's not like 200 hours long, this was not worth the wait, because the wait was so long compared to what people might have expected, that they just assumed that like maybe the game would just be like that big, and it's like a 7.5 gigabyte game. Although of course you can put a fuck ton on 7.5 gigabytes. Depending on, you know, what kind of game it is. For like a, you know, a 2D side scroller, like Silk Song, I'd imagine almost 8 gigabytes is an incredible amount. It is tough to say. Whoops. That is kind of the unfortunate nature of, like, you know... making a sequel to a popular game, and then taking forever to finish the sequel. End up setting the hype levels way too high compared to what it should be. Good lord, they came away. Got over there. This could be true. I don't think they make noise though when that happens. Dude, why did they have to stack on each other like that? I hate when that happens so much. When a wall has a gap between, like, there's a gap between two walls, but the one in the back is accelerating, or not accelerating, but it's faster, so it does actually catch up with the other one and fucking closes the gap. That shit is so annoying. It always feels terrible to die to. Even if it's dodgeable, like, it just doesn't feel good. God, I hate attack 2. I really do hate that stupid attack. Jesus. Yeah, that was sketchy as hell. Almost made the wrong decision there, went left, which would have been really sketch. Okay. What do we got there? We got room to jump. Yeah, okay. Not too dicey. It looked a little scary, but then I realized that the room to jump was a lot higher than I thought. And then it was a lot less scary, and then that wasn't really anything hard once I stopped being scared. No! Oh my god. There was a gap between them, I should have stayed on the ground, but that's really scary, man, to see a cluster of 3 like that or just appear out of nowhere. That's really bad luck. I mean, obviously there is a gap there, but it's like, it's very hard to react to that gap existing. So it's like, it is essentially like, it is like, I don't know, cause like you don't want to, like, if you see a gap like that, it's very hard to know that there's gonna be a gap between the bullets. And like, there's so many times you die because there isn't one when you thought there would be, so it's just like a gamble if jumping over in that moment or staying there is the right decision, and that's like a decision you have to make like almost instantly or you're going to die. It's just incredibly bad luck to get 3 in one go like that. It's just so hard to read like that. Yellow's been really nasty this session, I feel. But that's something that's really stood out about the session is like, my blues haven't been great, and the yellows have been horrible. Like, actually there's no winning with this attack right now, so that's currently the plight. The reason that getting the pre-final is hard. But I do feel it's mostly down to yellow right now. It's not like terrible at blue, it's just hard right now, and well, it's not even like particularly hard right now, it's just like, I'm just not playing as good. Like the blue deaths are definitely my bad, like I could be doing better on the attack, but the yellow deaths, and technically I could have done better on the last one, but rar. What? Okay. That was a very awkward start. That was fucking well played. Holy shit. That was okay. That, yeah. I think I woke up on blue, because, like, no! God damn it, pre-final, what was that? I mean, obviously dodgeable, but, like, that's just... That's so overwhelming, man. Why was there so much above me? Fucking pre-final, man. Definitely my fault I died there. Definitely could have played better, but... that was mean. It was definitely mean, but yeah, 100% my fault. Gotta be ready for that. This is so hard. It is really hard. You know, you can't be mad at messing up something like that. Like, even if it's obviously like the execution wasn't hard, it's just like that is just hard to read. It is so easy to not get caught off guard. It is, or so hard to not get caught off guard. So hard to not get overwhelmed by something like that. That's just really hard. It's like, even though I made a mistake, it's like, you know, just gotta accept it. Something I am slowly getting better at over time is accepting the mistakes. Just in a fight this hard, you're going to make mistakes, just inevitably. It's too hard to avoid every mistake. I mean, even if it wasn't that hard, you know, you're gonna make mistakes eventually. Like, you don't really first try a whole lot of bosses. Well, there are like two types of deaths, though. Because there's like deaths because it's like deaths where like you just didn't have a chance because like you just physically. I should have gone farther left and done with the gap there. That was a kind of a hard read, but it was definitely doable. I just wasn't paying attention enough. I wasn't thinking enough about my options. I do not know. But yeah, like what I was talking about is like, there's like two types of like deaths. It's like ones where it's like you could read it, but it's like you just did it because of a mistake, whether it be the actual reading or the execution. Then there's the types where it's like, it's readable on paper, but you don't have the skill to read it, but it was doable. Well, I guess there's three types of deaths then, because there's ones that are like task impossible, but those are really rare. So, like, you know. Like on blue, it's like it feels like a lot of the time the way you died was because either like the impression you get from an attack like blue is usually that like the read you were supposed to make was reasonable. It's just like you just can't see it yet because you just don't have the experience. And it's just like really just like the learning curve of that attack is like just like that, where it's just like it's like the more you play the attack, it's like the more you can see on that attack, and you can like actually like understand like what are the reads that you need to make, and you can start surviving scenarios that would have looked impossible before. I think that's like really satisfying because it's like the most blatant way to see improvement. Just being able to read stuff that would have killed you with 100% certainty before. That was stupid, I should have stayed on the left. That was just really dumb with me. I wanted to cut through the middle though because it was a big cluster of mini bullets. So I was willing to risk it to get to the right, and I lost the gamble instantly. But you know, could have reacted to that and gone left and saved it probably. Unideal situation to be in for sure, though. Gotta love when that happens, by the way, the undodgeable cluster. What hit me? I actually don't know what I hit there. Why is it happening so much today? Why am I dying so much and not knowing what hit me? Like, I feel like that's so rare normally, but it's happened like 3 times today. That's really unusual. Like I just never feel that way. Like I just don't know what hit me, but like it feels like 3 times now. I just don't know. And I don't really care to like learn after the fact, because it doesn't really matter after the fact if I don't know in the moment. Like I need to know in the moment what's hitting me so I can like actually like see the mistake. But if I don't see the mistake, then it's pretty hard to get everything wrong, which is not too big of a deal at this point in the grind, but it is a little annoying. Cause like, bro, I at least want to see what I died to. That's like the consequences of like doing a lot of reading in peripheral vision though, is that like it becomes harder. Dude, fuck you. You really didn't need to do the double bullet. That was a really gross angle. Let's see. Bro. Cooked. I think I'm truly in the phase of the grind where I'm just grinding it out. Like, I'm not really thinking too much about, like, you know, like, there's not really stress to it anymore. There's not really the stress of, like, can I beat this? You know, like, I need to do well or it's, like, never gonna happen. It's just kind of just the feeling of, like, well, I will play, and I will play, and I will play, and eventually it will go right for me, and I will win. And I will play good enough to win, and get the luck I need, whatever that may be. That was really cool, man. Why was it just so fucking hard? I did the hard thing too and then died afterwards because it was still hard. Like, come on. No, stop it. Stop giving me... Dude, okay. Can the green take a hint and stop giving me a cluster on the transition? Holy fuck. That's like 3 times in a row, man. Like, stop with the clusters as soon as the attack transitions is like enough. That is like just by far the worst part of the, like, that attack. Oh no, because the worst part of the attack is actually transitioning from attack 1. Because that's even worse. But that's bad too, like, oh my god. Bro. Cooked. Okay, hit the red bullet, that's what happened. I didn't think I was gonna hit it there, but it's such a slow, fat fuck that of course I hit it. Stupid bullet. This one's weird because I've already played an hour, but it really doesn't feel like I have. Definitely haven't been getting super great attempts. Yeah, this might be a bit of a slower session. Can still maybe squeeze out like a couple extra finals though, which might be nice. At least a couple pre-finals if the pre-final pass rate is not cooperative. Definitely think that's in the cards for the session, so I'd like to do that and then maybe see if I can get a better night session. I mean, yeah, at this point in the grind, it's like, I feel like for most things, you would kind of know the routine of the grind. Unless you were doing something that was, like, very, difficult to the point where it's, like, the phase where it's, like, you're still, like, picking things up. I don't know what hit me. Can I stop dying in ways where I don't know what hit me? Did I hit, like, the fucking kunai? The back of the kunai? I fell too fast. No! I didn't think that would hit me. Dude, I hate the walls that are like the fucking perfect height where it's ambiguous if you can go under them or not. And of course, because it's ambiguous if you can go under or not, that means that they're a little above the floor, which means jumping over them is really obnoxious. Like, those types of walls never cease to annoy the shit out of me, man. Just hate that angle so much. Oh, why did my arm randomly hurt? The fuck? Yeah, I feel stupid. No, I thought I could get under there. Fuck, dude, why? Yeah, there's like a really weird pain in my right arm. I am not a big fan of this. It is rather uncomfortable right now. The kind of pain reminds me of growing pain, but it's weird. I didn't think I would feel something like that now. I mean, I guess I'm only 20, but still. I mean, hand exercises are not going to fix a pain in my elbow. Fuck. This is a mid-ass session. It's really bad. It's not very cooking. Good lord. Okay. No! It had to be the last bullet, man. Dude, that was unfortunate. I'm pretty sure that was possible. I might have also been able to go to the right there and dodge that, but it was really sketchy, so I didn't want to. I feel like I would have had to make the decision like really early on, and it would have to be like based on the wall position, which would basically be guessing that early on. That was just not. I don't know, man. That was really unfortunate. Didn't want to be that far in the middle, but bad angle kind of forced me there. I don't know. That was unfortunate. It always sucks when it's the last bullet that's the problematic one. It's just like, dude, why did you have to spawn there? Man. Where am I not gonna get stuck this session? Jesus. No! Why didn't I just stay in the jump rope gap, man? Why did I go to the corner? Why didn't I move? Why didn't I am just not playing good. I'm just not making good decisions, man. I'm just making like all the wrong decisions every single time. Here, Pinker. Today's is not my day. Well, not my session. You never know. I've had days where one session's great, one session's bad, so who knows? Maybe the night session will have like 10 finals. That'd be fucking crazy. 10 finals in one sitting. But no, this is feeling like actual dog shit. Just feel like it's nothing's lining up for me right now. I feel. Attack 2 is being terrible, plus I'm making a lot of mistakes. Yellow is being terrible, plus I've made a couple mistakes. Blue is actually being perfectly fine RNG-wise, I'm just making a lot of mistakes. And then pre-final was also kinda, it was hard RNG-wise, but it was a mistake that killed me the second time. So yeah, this is actually just not a cooking session. It's both bad play and bad luck. Most of the bad luck is concentrated in yellow, though. But I do think a lot of the attack 2 is... I mean, it's mostly a skill-based attack, right? So a lot of my I'm dying a lot because I'm not playing too hot. But, yellow is some ass. Alright, jump rope in the corner. This is, fascinating. That's rare. You want to do this today? Yeah, I would. Why? Why is it every attempt? Why, bro? What is Yellow's problem, man? I'm pretty sure it's been less than 50% today. God damn it, dude. Why is Yellow such a dickhead today, though? Like, that is actually a question worth asking. Because, like, genuinely, it's like, what does it gain from being an asshole? Like, it doesn't gain anything. It doesn't, you know, it's not gonna get a raise. Who's gonna give it that raise? Like, it's just being an asshole because it's just like that. Like, what a terrible person of an attack. There was some sketchy ass shit there, by the way. Holy fart. I was gonna say fuck, but then I was like, I shouldn't say fuck. Except there's no horizontal bullets on yellow, so... they're not in the same division. No! Yeah, that's the kind of shit I need to stop doing on blue attack, man. I'm just losing so many attempts on blue attack and shit like that. Like, just, dude, stop getting hit. Oh my god. I just keep getting scared of, like, the one kunai, so instead of, like, trying to actually get to the gap, I just, like, do some dumb shit. Like, bro. I gotta stop doing that. There's way too many sloppy mistakes today. Like, dude, I gotta tighten up. Or just stop. Like, realistically, it's, like, just not gonna... It's just not a session for me, so... Just call it quits, bro. But I wanna put in the 2 hours, put in the time. You never know. You can play it around. Tons of sessions have started good and gotten worse, so you never know if this one will turn around suddenly. I'm really surprised that I got to that gap, but like that hit me, because like it definitely looked like I was gonna get hit more in the second part of that than the first part. I think it's because the kunai was still on the floor, so I just walked into it, which I'm pretty sure was unavoidable at that point. Whoops. I don't know why. Well, I know why. It's because I just remembered it existed. But I have actually been thinking about Zirconia when they cry a lot. But it's pretty fun, because that's like a relatively unique thing to be thinking about. You know, it's boring to always be thinking about Umineko or Higurashi. You gotta mix it up and think about a different Ryukishi work. I guess if I was really interesting, I'd be thinking about Higenbana. I do like Higenbana, but it is a little stupid. But only a little stupid. It's mostly fine. I mean, I do like it quite a bit, but like, I don't like adore it. But it is a good DM. I'm curious how the manga is, because that's like the original format for it. Good lord. Oh my god. Had one last surprise for me, didn't you? Holy fuck. Oh my god. No! Oh, dude, you asshole, man. I worked so fucking hard on that blue. God damn it, dude. I played really good on that blue, man. That was like the first like really good blue of the day. And I fucking just like, I just really wanted that to get to final, man. But fucking pre-final, man. One bullet. Like, you can say like, oh, you can just jump over, except jumping over, like, did you see how quickly that bullet that ruined you going to the right spawn? Yeah, that can happen way more often if you try to jump over some shit like that. So you never want to try to like delay moving to the right if you can. I just kind of got fucked. Like, I just got really bad luck. So in conclusion, that was some bullshit. I played so well, bro. I'm so sad at that death, genuinely. Like, that felt like it, like, dude, the yellow and the blue were both really good. I was playing really well, man. I was so happy. And then, like, fucking pre-final, like, it's just, fucking pre-final, man. Why is it, like, just not skill-based at all, man? That's so dumb. Whatever. Can't really do much about that, but still, like, dude, I was playing really good. That's disappointing as hell. God. That really was like a genuinely like incredible performance. God. It's pre-final, man. It's always pre-final. It's always pre-final there to make a session way worse than it would be otherwise. The pre-final is really just like the make or break, man. It's like, you know, like, it really just gets to decide, you know, if you are gonna have a day with a lot of chances or a day with almost no chances. And if it decides against you, then very little you can do about that, man. You just gotta accept that pre-final was a bitch that day and can't really do much. It's a brutal attack, man. Because it's truly the one that, like, really just affects, like, your mindset the most, I think. It's really hard to persevere on a bad pre-final day because it's just so tilting, but you get over it. You get over it and you handle it. You can just be so disappointing, man. Okay, can we pass the start of attack one? That was very overwhelming. God. I'm happy I don't get mad at pre-final anymore, because, like, if I was still getting mad at pre-final, like, dude, I'd be fucking... This would, like, I would genuinely want to fucking cry at the end of every session, bro, playing this. Just because of pre-final. Like... Well, not every session, because I've had good pre-final. Like, I've actually had a lot of really good pre-final days lately. But, you know, I would definitely have a lot of sessions still where I would just be depressed about that attack. I mean, it's honestly a depressing attack to play. Which is funny to say about an avoidance attack, but it's honestly kind of true, dude. Oh, God, really? Why does it feel like every time I try to go for a dodge like that, I bump into the bubble? Like, dude, anytime I try to do anything remotely precise on the kunai, or like trying to go under one, I always just bump into the fucking bubble, man. That time was like I barely hit it. Oh, and I was so confident too about that one. I felt really good on that attempt. I felt like I was like I wasn't doing anything crazy yet, but like I felt like I was locked in. I felt like I was playing like clean. But then I just keep bumping into the bubbles, man. That's happened like genuinely like 4 times today, I think, where I've gone for like that exact dodge and I've fucked it up every time. Which suggests a wider issue about how I'm trying to dodge that, which is realistically probably just a day-to-day mental block thing rather than an actual like underlying issue, but it's worth thinking about the fact that I've fucked that up so many times today, because that is not exactly the most common thing to mess up, at least at the frequency that I have been messing it up. Worth thinking about. Great depression of avoidance. That's probably how it felt when Al was grinding black or white. That was a very great depression core grind. Well, definitely the most Great Depression core grind I've ever seen is definitely Doggy's grind of grief. Because, like, in the Great Depression, it's like, you know, you just couldn't have shit because everything was too expensive. That was really unfortunate, because that was really generous RNG until the end, but the reason why I died at the end was because I was playing incredibly sloppy the whole time, and I wasn't giving myself a good position to be in. That was really badly played. Like, that was just incredibly poor play that I walled myself. Like, there was no reason I couldn't have pushed forward there. I just kept dodging every single one of those in the most sloppy way possible. That gave me no movement options, no positions where I could move forward, and I gave myself an extremely hard situation because that was incredibly stupid. That is like extremely sloppy. Because that is like, I was given so many chances to clean up and just move forward, and I took none of them. Like, that was terrible. Like, that was genuinely a horrible performance. That kind of thing is, like, that's just terrible, man. Like, there's no other way to say it. That is just actually terrible. I gotta stop doing that. Gotta play like how I did on that most recent pre-final death. It can genuinely be quite hard to move out of a spot that's in an extreme position on that attack. That's actually the one benefit to being in the middle, because the middle is kind of bad to be in, because in the middle you get the tightest gaps, because the gaps are tighter, because the bubbles have less time to disperse, so you have less room to dodge the kunai. But the nice thing about being in the middle is that it's actually relatively easy to move backwards, because the distance you have to travel is less, compared to trying to move forward, where it's like you're fighting against the current, essentially, instead of moving with it. It makes it quite difficult to move forward. So if you're in a position where you're all the way in the back, it's like your #1 priority should be moving at least one space forward, so you have movement options again. At the bare minimum, like if you are, gonna be in that position, you wanna be able to do shit. You wanna be able to move like right or left, not just like be forced to move right and potentially not have the time to do that if you get a cluster. That's why that was like a sloppy attempt, because I just like did not get myself any opportunity to do that for pretty much no reason. It was stupid. Whoops. Almost made a bad decision there. No! Douchebag. Whoops. Damn it! Oh my god. Why does that keep happening, man? Bro. Yeah, that's probably true. Avoidance Factory is where sweetness was made according to Dragon X Player's Delphi review. Or how the game was made in the Avoidance Factory. Dude, the fucking sweetness situation is like the dumbest shit ever. It's genuinely insane how like a big portion of the avoidance like community literally becomes fucking 6-year-olds because the game is a little bit difficult. Like, dude, what the fuck? Genuinely, like, dude, that is fucking embarrassing as shit. The fact that, like, you cannot make a hard game without there being controversy. A hard game that you as the maker play and find enjoyable. The fact that you can't do that without fucking sparking a controversy about avoidance difficulty and shit. And people thinking like you made it just for AHOF is some of the dumbest shit I have ever seen in any community. Like, that is some bullshit, man. That is like, actually, like, what the fuck? That is so stupid. Also, that was really cool RNG, just instantly. Not only was the entire right crowded, the left made me jump, even if I jumped over that properly, which was scary because the red, there was another bullet, which I had to jump over and had to get really lucky to go over it. Like, dude, that is just like, that is some hideous RNG, man. That's what yellow's giving me today. Can't really do much. No point in getting upset about it, just gonna go with it. God. Like, thinking about the Sweden situation generally does make me a little bit upset. Because it is so mature. Like, I don't know. Like, people, like, did play the game for a bit on release and had fun with it, because it was just fun to play casually and try to get good runs of. Like, that's just something that was interesting for people. The fact that, like, you know, people just can't, like, accept that is so dumb. Like, obviously, you don't have to like the game. Like, that's definitely not the kind of thing that, like, I'm saying, because it's like, you know, if the game's not for you, it's not for you. Like, I don't think the game is, like, you know, like, the most interesting game ever. Like, I think it's cool and has really neat things. It's not, like, my top choice for me to grind, though, especially considering how difficult it is. But, like, I don't understand, like, people saying, like, there's just so many stupid fucking people that, like, think that, like, the game is, like, actually, like, making, like, avoidance worse by existing. On top of just the fact that, like, criticizing a game for being hard will never be, it will never not be the dumbest shit in the fucking universe. A game being hard is just not an issue with the game, bro. Like, it is just, like, how the game is. It's, like, the same as criticizing a game for the genre that it is. Which is stupid. As someone who has criticized puzzle games for being puzzle games, like, that was also stupid when I did that. Because, like, I definitely understand where the mindset comes from, because, you know, have been victim to it. I have definitely said my fair share of stupid takes out there. But, you know, you learn from that stuff. I'm not gonna act like I'm perfect, though. Because I do think it's important to acknowledge that I'm not perfect in this regard. Like, I definitely have had some stupid opinions on a lot of things. And that's why I've, like, even, like, completely edited to, like, remove, like, some of my older reviews, because I just don't stand by them anymore, and I think they're stupid. Especially stuff like my Angel review, which was just way too aggressive. Like, stuff like that is, like, you know, I disagree with that now. So yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and say, like, I'm, like, a perfect person, like, all my takes are right. Or even that I always follow what I say, because sometimes I don't. But it's like, you know, I do think it's very silly to, you know, dislike a game for what it is, and, like, make that, like use that as, like, some indictment against the maker and the games that they make, instead of just, like, being like, oh, well, it's not for me, this person doesn't make games that appeal to me, so I'm not going to play the games that they make. Like, that is realistically the better option, you know? It's more productive to think that way. But, you know, when Sweetness came out, for some reason everyone's brain slid out their asshole. So they just forgot that that was a thing that you can do. You can, you know, just not play the 99 difficulty barrage game if you don't like playing the 99 difficulty barrage game and hit count. Like, it's not that hard. And it's like, it's not just like, because if it was one person, like whatever, just one person having a kind of silly take, but the fact that it's like a whole group of people that banded together to be fucking stupid is like, what the fuck? I just don't understand, man. Like, how could you not recognize the difference between, like, actually criticizing a game for what it is and, like, feeling as if it's, like, just not doing things well for your taste, which is always fair. There's never, like, an unfair opinion in that regard, unless, like, your opinion is, like, actually just based on wrong assumptions, or if it's based on some, like, stupid garbage. Which definitely happens. There's some people I've seen with just terrible opinions, not even because I disagree with the opinion, but because the reason that they have the opinion is fucking stupid. Probably Openker. So yeah, that's just like something that just bothers me to think about. It's like the whole sweetness fiasco. Cause it's like, I don't know, it's just so unnecessary. Like there was really no need for that game to be controversial. Cause it's not like it did anything like that was like super like crazy. It's not like there's like a screen in the game that says like, God, I fucking hate, you know, this minority. Like the game is not harmful by existing. The game is not, you know, bad. Kind of just exists and is a thing that you can choose to play. It's like the most harmless type of game that exists, a video game that you can play. It has like I don't know, it's just stupid. It's frustrating to think about. Dude, what the fuck? Maybe the website deserves to die. Would be cool if Delphi 2 ever comes out. Seems like it's still pretty far away, but maybe it's coming soon. Dude, I love when there's a million bullets blocking the area above that. Oh, man. Sorry for being so negative, for being such a negative Nancy, you know, for being toxic even. I do feel passionately about this though. Because, you know, I do think it's like, for the betterment of like, you know, the community as a whole, and like just generally like making it so it's like people who make art within the community have like a space where it's like their work can be like, you know, judged fairly for what they are, then like, you know, everyone, obviously including myself in this, needs to be accountable for moments where they're not fair to art. And like everyone has these moments. Like I think pretty much everyone has had a moment, maybe not everyone, but a lot of people I think, yeah, definitely not everyone, but you know, a lot of people have moments where they're not very fair to a game or a maker because frustration, annoyance at something, some factor that's like really just not the game or the maker's fault, stuff like that. That shit happens all the time. There's some games that I'm extremely harsh to in the moment because I'm just frustrated at it and I complain about it, and you know, in hindsight I think it's probably not that bad, and I come back to it and it's like I like it more, or I just think, you know, I just think I overreacted. Stuff like that happens all the time. You know, it's very common to be way more harsh to a game in the moment if you're frustrated with it. And it's like that can kind of muddle up like your actual feelings. So it's important to like differentiate that from like reality. This is kind of a tangent point regardless. I just think it's important that like, you know, there's not too much of like the sweetness shit, because it's like, I do think the sweetness thing is kind of sad to see that someone can like put effort into a game, because Sweetness is a game that took quite a bit of effort. Having that many fucking attack ideas is very difficult. It takes a lot of energy to make a 6-minute Taisa with like fucking a million different attacks. Like that is very difficult. And it's like that, I think that kind of gets underappreciated when, you know, the conversation for the game turns into this big, like, non-existent controversy about, like, some of like the dumbest shit that you could possibly find controversial, the difficulty of a game. Like, I think that's so not productive for, like, you know, like, evaluating, like, an artist's work and, like, giving them, like, you know, like, feedback. Like, I just don't think that's valuable at all. I don't know. I think that's so silly. And I keep saying, like, you know, I like including myself and, like, you know, mentioning my faults, but I really don't want to seem like I am presenting myself as, like, some perfect person that has all of this shit figured out and, like, knows exactly how to formulate an opinion properly. Because obviously I've done my fair share of stupid shit. You know, I really don't mean this from a place of, like, superiority or like trying to act like I'm better than everyone else because it's like I'm saying this. I really don't want to come across like that, so I think it's really important to acknowledge like my own flaws and mistakes in that regard. I think it makes it come across less like I'm like I think it makes it just seem more genuine to me. Yeah. Because it is something I am actually passionate about. Because, you know, like, people who make fan games, you know, they're the most important people in the fan game community, you know? There would not be a fan game community if nobody made fan games. So I think, like, you know, treating those people with respect is important, and, you know, sometimes it's hard to do that. I've certainly said my fair share of things which are just not fucking respectful at all. In fact, they're extremely disrespectful and mean-spirited. I am no stranger to doing that. You know, it can be hard in a lot of situations. I'm not gonna act like, you know, there's no reason to get frustrated. And there's no reason to get extremely mad, because, you know, if you care about this, if you're passionate about it, you probably will get mad at some point playing a fan game because you care. And it's like the fact that you care is good, but, you know, it leads to bad things sometimes. That's just the nature of being passionate about anything. If you're passionate about something, then, like, you will feel the most extreme emotions toward it. Oh, that was so close, man. That was really hard. So many gaps. It just never let up. If it just let up at the very end, I would have been fine, but that last gap was too much. That was too difficult. That's really rough, man. That's the first blue today that actually felt like the RNG was just too much. Like, I really needed that blue to relax. Like, dude, I don't know why it just didn't chill at all the entire duration of the attack. That was ridiculous. Up until the very end, too. God damn. That was really well played, though. I played really well. It was just too much. It was way too much. Well, I say way too much, but it literally wasn't too much until, like, the last wave, so it was actually just barely too much. Sorry for my big, lengthy rant, but yeah, I just have a lot to say about this topic. Obviously, though, you know, I'm not a maker, so it's like I do think, like, what I can say is kind of limited, because I don't really have a lot of perspective on, like, the creative process and, like, you know, that kind of thing. Like, what kind of criticism is valuable, because, you know, I just haven't been in that position. Because I haven't really made a, you know, a serious, like, work in fan games. I make shitposting needle, that's my legacy so far, in terms of making. Oh, I knew it as soon as I saw it. I knew I was gonna go through it. Damn it, dude. 1 and 4 pre-final. Fuck, man. I really wanted to get the final attempt.
This combo really is, this session really is just like a deadly combination of bad play and bad luck. It's really just had both the whole time. Lots of silly mistakes, but at the same time the luck is just not there, man. The luck is not there at all. I'd like to get one final, but if I can't get the final, then what am I gonna do? Can't really force it, it's just not gonna happen. Making avoidance would be cool. I mean, I want to learn more about making fan games, but it's hard for me. Maybe one day. I kind of, well, that wall was a little bit too fast. Even when I went around it, that would have been really sketchy because the wall behind that one was really fast and was catching up. So that was just like two really quick walls that kind of made that fucked up. Having a hard time. I think my stance right now with the session is like, if I get the second final, I'll feel alright. Well, not alright, because I feel alright, but like, you know, I'll feel like at least somewhat content if I get a second final, because like at least I got 2 finals, which is like the average of at least a final every hour. But like if it's like, you know, a full like 2 hours of only 1 final, and that final was like the first like 30 minutes of session, like that'll feel a little bad. So I would like to get the final just to, you know, even that out a little bit. Even like the mental, you know, the mental pulley of, I don't even know how to describe this. But yeah, like, just evening out those scales would be pretty nice for just like another final. It just make me feel a little bit better, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I'm not gonna be upset about it either. But like, yeah, I would feel good if I got another final, basically. Ideally 2, but I don't think that's gonna happen at this rate. But you never know. I mean, I often say like, oh, it's like I'm done getting like good attempts for the session, and then one more pops out of the woodwork, so I do think let's keep going for a little bit longer. Maybe I'll be blessed. Dude, I was trying so hard. Camp the corner out here. And then we moved out of the corner at the very end because it was safer than the corner. Yeah, we're making moves on attack 2. Very minor moves, you know. I got like kind of just easy RNG the whole way, so I didn't really have to make like any complicated moves. It really wasn't that impressive. I'm just kind of hyping myself up to feel better. I don't. Did I hit a trail? Is that what happened? I thought it was chilling, bro. I probably did hit a trail, because the way I was moving was a little awkward. I was really far back. I was doing big jumps. There's actually a pretty good chance I hit a trail.
That's actually pretty likely. Yeah, that makes sense. Sucks, because I thought I was cooking, bro. Like, the beginning was kind of sketchy, but then I felt like I actually got out of it, and then it's like, oh, I was gonna stabilize after that. When I stabilize, it's like everything's get easier from that point. At least until something else hard happened. So I was actually feeling really good about that, but... nothing good lasts forever. That was okay. Cool. Stand still. Wasn't stand still at the very beginning, but it quickly became fully stand still. Thanks. It's appreciated. Jesus. Nice. Yeah, that's all I wanted. Oh, that was kinda... well, that was definitely dodgeable, but it was really hard for sure. That was stupid that I jumped there. Okay. Yeah, that was not bad reads here, it's like, yeah, it was hard. Yeah, that was kinda stupid. Okay. That was like a mix of good and bad. It was mostly good, though. Mostly supposed to marvel. Yeah, that was not a bad final at all. That was well played. 9.8. Not bad. Second final is all I wanted today. On a session like this, you gotta take what you can get, man. Nice, I feel really good. Happy puppy. Oops. sad. It's funny looking at that high score. It's not that interesting because, you know, I've gotten there, you know, 3 times. I mean, realistically, the chances that I PB without, like, I get a high score PB that isn't a clear is really low. Because, like, I mean, it could happen, but I did actually, like, learn, like, how much, like, the timer gets paused by when you get hit, because I, like, just got curious. And, like, it's 40 frames that you're not gaining points if you get hit. You lose 40 frames worth of points. So, for, like, that's 0.8 seconds. So, like, in order to PB, you would, like, at this point, without clearing, you need to get hit at a point where the end of the avoidance eats into those 40 frames. So, in other words, the last 0.8 of the avoidance. So, yeah. Like, if I die there, I will poop. There will be so much poop everywhere. It'll be a poop stream. No, it won't be awesome. It'll be really sad. I'll be crying and shitting everywhere. I don't think my roommates would like it if I shat everywhere though, so I probably won't do that, just so I don't inconvenience them. Not that I wanted to in the first place. Whoops. Did not think I would jump into that so easily. Whoops. That was silly. Not meaner. Longhena Cantata. One of those days, man. No cooking, just sadness. I have a slight cooking. There's been some moments. Whoops. Hmm.
I'm noticing something interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. My mouth right now is curling into a natural smile, which is very interesting because normally I have a natural frown. Like, yeah, I'm just smiling because I can tell, just like tracing my lips. That's really interesting. I feel like my whole life I've had like a natural frown, and like I feel very neutral right now. The fact that I just have like a neutral smile is kind of interesting. Long in the Cantata was what you needed. For sure. I mean, I don't regret this grind at all. I'm very happy I picked this up, so it was a good decision. We've laughed, we've cried. Not really, I haven't cried. Well, actually, I did get so excited. Okay, this is kind of embarrassing. I did once get so excited thinking about clearing the boss that I did tear up. Like just thinking about the clear just made me want to cry. Which is funny because there's like, I don't think I will cry when I clear. I would be really surprised if I did. But like just thinking about it has made me really emotional. Kind of sketchy. Why you read ahead right there. No, that's why you fucking don't do stupid bullshit. If you were really fast, that was doable. That was hard though. I do wonder if that was reasonable. Because that actually did seem kind of fucked up. I do not know. I may never know. Actually, I will never know, because I can't be asked to look at the clip to see if that was actually doable. So I'll never know. Big yawn. You ever think about how like the first half of this fight is dedicated to only red, green, and blue bullets? But then like right as soon as you pass that, it changes to like the red and blue play a supporting role instead of the primary role for the first time. And on top of that, it's like the green bullets are swapped out for yellow, and the yellow take the primary role. But after the yellow attack, the blue and red come in their own separate waves. They no longer are working together, but instead tackling you individually to see what they can bring when they're unshackled by teamwork, and instead are operating fully on their terms. In the end of the fight, the red and the blue have nothing left to offer though, so they simply provide, they call in the special ops, the curving. The gray curving is the special, like, forces. And the red and blue can only shield you for as long as they possibly can, using a self-destructive attack. Dude, this avoidance is beautiful, bro. Holy lord, what the fuck. I just came up with a whole story. Oh my god. It's kind of beautiful, what do you think about it? Like, maybe it's like, maybe the yellow attack, maybe we've been looking at the yellow attack wrong. Maybe it's like,
Maybe it's like the red and the blue bullets are like, they're like retreating for a bit because they're like charging up their powers for like the next attack. Like they need to like get like some like rations and they need to like prepare mentally for what's coming up. So it's like they're summoning in like the defensive like brigade, the yellow attack. It's not very strong, but like maybe it can take you out because it does sometimes get you something fucked up. Like that is that's not like their last line of defense though. They're doing all that they can to kill you before they have to bust out like the extremely destructive final. Because like the final attack is like just like the ultimate weapon against you that they can bring, and it's like they will do their absolute hardest to make it so that way you die before them. But they eventually give up and they have no option but to bring in the final force that require all their power and for them to lose everything fighting to kill you. You know, kind of interesting. Jesus. Nice woes. Yeah, let's play jump rope. Never mind, let's not play jump rope. Oh shit, I should stay in the corner. That would be kind of nice, because then the avoidance would just beat for free. Well, actually, that wouldn't be nice, because then that would kind of make the victory hollow. Like, I would feel kind of bad if after, like, over 70 hours of grinding this, just out of nowhere I win because the bullets decide that they want to go on strike. Like, I don't know, I would try to go for a unionized clear. Because that would be more impressive, I would say. I definitely wouldn't count it. It is kind of interesting to think what the ruling would be on that for A-Hop. I mean, you can just like ban getting that kind of luck, obviously. But at the same time, you could make an argument that like beating it like without like getting like the the bullet revolution is like that's just an arbitrary challenge because the game doesn't give you anything for it. So it's actually not like a dedicated avoidance. It's just as valid of a clear as beating it normally. So when you think about it like that, like it's not really Oh, true. That's a reference to the game that came out a couple hours ago. And don't go that far in the middle. Oh my god. No, that was stupid. Oh, that was super dumb. I don't want to play. Oh man, that was dumb. I could have gone through that gap easily, man. I was just a little precise, dude. Just God. And that was the last thing. There was nothing that could have killed me from that point. I threw. Man, that could have been super clutch, getting a third final, but very end. Wasn't meant to be. There's some scary shit in that too, man. God damn it. Yeah, I won't go too much longer. Session's not really too worth continuing. It's getting a little better now, but I'm just not super interested in continuing the session. I'm not invested in this shit at all, especially if a bad pre-final pass rate for the day. What was the pre-final pass rate today? Isn't it like, it's 2 and 6 or 2 and 7, something like that? It's probably 2 and 6. Yeah, I think it's 2 and 6. What was that, man? That was the throw. Yeah, I am not invested in the session to say the least. Like, I mean, it's a little better now, but it's still not good compared to my like ideal sessions. Like, yeah, this is not cooking. It's also not good looking. It's just not good. Okay, sure. Last attempt, no matter what. Doesn't matter what dies, this is the final attempt. And I am done. Have a good day.